All right, welcome all you advanced critical thinkers. Now, we've all spent a ton of time picking apart arguments, right? Spotting those weak points and hidden assumptions. But today, we're going to flip the script. We are moving from just analyzing to actually constructing in this explainer on the art of debating. So let's get right into it. You're probably pretty good at seeing the cracks in someone else's reasoning. But here's the real challenge, and it's what we're focused on today. Can you go beyond being a critic and become an architect? Can you actually build an argument that is just logically unbreakable?
So, let's start that journey. In this first section, we're really going to dig into this shift, moving from that kind of passive skill of just finding flaws to the active, way more powerful skill of building sound arguments right from the ground up.
You see, this is a huge level up in how you think. It's one thing to be the person in the room who can say, hey, wait a minute, that doesn't quite add up. But it's something else entirely to be the one who presents a case so clearly, so logically, that it literally shapes the entire conversation. That's the goal here.
Okay, so how do we build that airtight case? Well, that leads us right into our second section, where we're going to meet the absolute gold standard of logical reasoning, the sound argument. Think of this as the blueprint for creating a position that's not just persuasive, but logically solid.
Now, the term sound argument has a super specific meaning. It's not just a nice idea, it's a logical proof. And to be sound, it has to check two boxes, and these are non-negotiable. First, every single one of your premises, your facts, your reasons, your evidence, has to be verifiably 100% true. And second, the conclusion has to logically and necessarily follow from those truths.
And this is why it's the ultimate weapon in persuasion. There's this beautiful certainty to it. If your foundation of facts is true and the structure of your logic is valid, then your conclusion isn't just likely or probable, it's inescapable. It has to be true. That's the difference between making a suggestion and proving a point.
Think of it like building something, right? The foundation is your set of true premises. These are solid blocks of fact. So, for example, premise 1, all humans are mortal. That's a true fact. Premise 2, Socrates is a human. Also true. Now, the structure is your valid logic that connects those blocks. And the result? An unshakable conclusion. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. See? That structure is sound. It'll stand up to anything. So to build that unshakable structure, you really need to master its parts. In our third section, we're going to break down those two critical components we just talked about, the premises and the logic, and you'll see why you absolutely, positively cannot have one without the other. Okay, so the most crucial thing to get is the difference between the what and the how. Your premises, those are the what. That's the raw material, the facts, the evidence you're using. They have to be true. But your logic, that's the how. It's the way you arrange and connect those facts to get to your conclusion. And that structure has to be totally consistent. And this is exactly why both pieces are non-negotiable. For instance, you could start with two true facts. Premise 1, all dogs have 4 legs. True. Premise 2, my table has 4 legs. Also true. But if your logic connects them to say, therefore, my table is a dog, well, the whole thing just collapses into nonsense. It doesn't matter how true your facts are if the logic connecting them is broken. And all this brings us to our final section, becoming a thought leader. Because honestly, mastering this skill isn't just some abstract thing for a classroom. It has some seriously powerful real-world applications. This right here is why this all matters so much. Being able to build a sound argument isn't just a fun mental game. It is a powerful tool for anyone who wants to lead and really make an impact. It's how you go from just having an opinion to having a position that truly commands respect.
Think about what this unlocks for you. When you get this down, you can articulate your logic with incredible precision. You start to influence discussions, not by being the loudest, but by being the most reasonable. You can respond to other people logically, either building on their points or refuting them effectively. You start to shape conversations, and ultimately, you lead with this incredible confidence that comes from knowing your position is rock solid.
And this quote really just nails it. This whole process, this skill. It's about elevating your communication to another level. It's about transforming yourself into a person whose ideas aren't just heard, but are actually considered, respected, and maybe even acted on. It's about becoming a leader in thought. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. The next time you're getting ready to make your case, or pitch an idea, or jump into a debate, just ask yourself this. Are you about to share an opinion, or are you about to construct something that is truly sound? The choice is yours.